Hey veterans, this is Dave Ealing with the Vet Service Center, and Veterans Did You Know, VDYK. Today we're at the LST for our first annual Jobs Fair in Muskegon, Michigan, and with me is Jesse Mickelson, and Jesse is a workforce development, employment training specialist who will find you a job and get your job ready and all the above, Jess?
That's right.
Jess is a man. He and Norris are the two folks from our community who's helped put this whole Jobs Fair on, and Jess, how we doing?
Well, the midday report is we have 64 companies here that are actively looking to employ veterans, and as of the midday report, we've had just over 120 veterans come through.
Good stats.
So it's been very good stats, and we got 2 hours to go.
Oh, phenomenal. And they said it couldn't be done, or they didn't know it could be done. We got the general down here, General Smith, and he's the head honcho. He'll say I'm just a co-worker, but he's a big guy. He's sitting over there now eating a hot dog, or looking to get a hot dog eaten or something. But he's pretty blown away by this, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean,
very impressive.
To have 64 employers from this community, from around West Michigan, looking to hire West Michigan residents, and that's what's so incredible. And us, the guys up here at West Michigan Steel, we just talked to them, and they said he had more qualified people in the first 2 hours that were just midday than he's had in the last 3 jobs fairs, other places that he's been. So I'm thinking, this is cool. This is good.
It shows you the caliber of skills that a veteran has.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really what it is. It's the quality of work that they have and the quality of background they have.
And a lot of people, there's a lot of incentives out there. We talked about that too. For some of the employers, had no clue that there's if you hire a vet and they're qualified for maybe training dollars for them, or tax rebate, or
there's right now the Work Opportunity Tax Credit for veterans under the Vow to Hire Heroes Act for a just regular veteran. And there is no such thing as a regular veteran, but a regular veteran, it's up to $5,600 tax credit. If they are a disabled veteran, it's up to $9,600. And a disabled veteran doesn't necessarily have to be missing a limb. It could be anything. They hurt a shoulder or something.
We're both disabled here. Bill's 100%, and I'm like 10%. But and you're a disabled vet.
I'm a disabled vet.
So look, between the three of us, we could get the job done, couldn't we?
We can do it.
And I look over here. This is Bill Frierson. Bill is a Marine, retired, and Bill was one of the founding fathers on the advisory committee that started the whole vet center concept back in 1992. And then in '94, we got the village passed the very first time, and Bill fills in at the vet center. He knows everything goes on over there. So when my front desk person wants to go take a day off, and that's not very often, I let them go. But they do have to have some time off, and then I call Bill, and Bill's always been there to come and do it. And Bill, what do you think about the job fair, buddy?
I am really proud of the people putting this job fair on. They got a lot of nice companies. And then besides the benefits they're saying that they giving veterans for the job, sometimes the job kicking a little bit of extra. So come on down here. There's a lot of good employers down here. And if you see me on the street somewhere, you got a veterans question, be glad to answer your questions for you. I'll give you my telephone number. I'll be with you 24/7.
And Bill means that. We had a vet, it wasn't too long ago, that his mom called us, and he was literally dying. And I got a hold of Bill. I said, Bill, we need to get him to Battle Creek. They haven't got the gas money. So Bill said, well, I'll take him, and we'll get him down there. Well, little did he know, a day and a half later, before he finally got back home, getting through the VA system, but Bill, that young man's coming home, and he's walking, he's talking, he's using a cane for assistance, and he was near death, wasn't he? I mean, seriously, not to be dramatic,
he couldn't
but he really
help
was.
himself. He can hold his head up about anything. Yeah. And thanks to Congressman Heisinger, got the ball rolling, cut the red tape at the VA.
And Valerie's right there. She walked by his legislative aid.
So I mean, there's a lot of us veterans willing to help you any way we possibly can. So, like I say, I'm driving, walking around Muskegon County a lot. If you see me on the street, just holler at me if you got any questions. I'll help you in the way I can.
Now, you got to really admit that next day after the ordeal of staying up all night trying to sleep in a chair, you come back and looked at me, and I almost thought I was off your Christmas card list, but not quite. You're leaving me there, aren't you, Bill?
Yeah, you just tell the Christmas card list.
All right, so Jess, what do you think?
I think this is amazing, and we're already trying to get some ideas for next year. Yep. This is the first year, so this is what everything's going to be based off of. Yeah. And the way I see it, from the first year, you can only go up. Yeah. So we have 64 companies this year. My challenge is 100 companies next year. Yeah.
And we have them. Once they see this, once they realize that, man, there's a lot of quality people to be hired.
That's right.
They're screed. They're ready to rock and roll. and all I got to do is meet in one place. Plus, the companies are networking. That's really cool,
they
too.
are.
They're
They're
sitting in there.
talking.
Yeah, they're talking about, oh, what do you guys do? What do you do? What contracts are this? And they're talking back and forth. So maybe the companies can work with each other to establish more jobs in Muskegon, and that's just what we're looking for. So
that is.
It's a win-win. You know, I use that term a lot, but it really is a win-win for everybody. All right?
Yep.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming down today, and we'll be back in just a little bit, or we'll find somebody else to talk to. Still at the jobs fair, Dave Ealing with the County Department of Veterans Affairs, and I'm here with Derek Van Bali. Derek works at the Vet Center 2 days a week, and he's a counselor. He's a Iraqi vet, and he's been working at the Vet Center for a number of years now. I guess you've been at there, haven't you? And Derek, tell us what you do, what your job is. Here, go.
Well, Dave, I am a readjustment counseling therapist, and what we do at the Vet Center is we do readjustment counseling for combat veterans and their families. So anybody from World War II to Iraq and Afghanistan can come in, and we help them out with any issues that they have and their family members. We also work with folks who have suffered military sexual trauma, and we also do work with family members, which is a big need right now. We also help out with navigating through the VA in terms of benefits, in terms of health care, and resource of getting them hooked up with events like this and people like you.
Well, you go ahead on it. Did you hear some of that stuff that he said that people are just dropped their teeth about? He not only counsels, everybody thinks a lot of times it's just Iraqi vets or Afghan vets, but it's not. It's any combat veteran from whatever era. It doesn't matter, World War II guys, and we get them in, don't we? They come in, and they're getting, a lot of what's happening, they're getting a little older and they're not employed anymore. And so the checks and balances on their post-traumatic stress have been in place, but now it's off place. Yes. They start having problems. And the other thing, did you hear he said about family members? You know, the VA has always traditionally said, you know, if we wanted you to have a spouse, we would issue you one, and we didn't, so that's on your own. But you really can't treat the vet if you don't treat the family, especially the spouse, so they understand why they're acting the way they do. So those are two huge things. And then navigating VA, I thought the VA was pretty easy to get through, isn't it? I mean, can't you just like...
It's like navigating a landmine, yeah. We help out with that, so try to make it as easy as possible.
And if you got a veteran that's got post-traumatic stress, and then you put him in a stressful situation of trying to get through a governmental bureaucratic program, sometimes it can be so frustrating they just walk away, and they don't get the treatment, they don't receive the help they need, and then they're in trouble. So you're here 2 days a week in Muskegon. What's your schedule? Let them know.
I'm in Muskegon 2 days a week, and in Grand Rapids 3 days a week.
So at the Veteran Service Center, now they have to call you, and you have to talk to them first, a phone interview. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Stuff? They can give us a call and set up a meeting to start the ball rolling, and then we'll sit down, and the process is usually pretty fast compared to the VA.
Yeah. Now, the phone number is going to be on the bottom of the picture here, so you can get that, or you can call the Veteran Service Center at 724-7143, and we'll get the information to Derek and give you the number that you can contact him with. So, Derek, thanks for coming out today. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your service.
Oh,
and thank you for what you're doing for our veterans, because, boy, they really need the help.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep.
Dave Ealing still at the jobs fair today, and now we have Maria Gonzalez, who is legislative aide for Jeff Hansen, our senator. And Maria and I have worked at jobs fairs and informational booths and everything else to try to get out there and get the word. And Maria is the contact person that I use all the time when I want to get information to Senator Hansen. And believe me, Senator Hansen is so pro-veteran, they'll just shake your socks. This guy is totally behind the vets. I think we're working on some legislation that he's been trying to work on.
Working on it, yes.
Yeah. Well, tell us about you and your background and how you got hooked up with the senator.
Well, I work as Senator Hansen's district representative, and we work here. I work mainly here in the district, and I'm able to be contacted and be at anything. But we definitely are working very hard with the legislation and trying to get the VA and other area of VFWs and things the resources that they need, so that they can actually help the veteran out here, and that we can actually provide those services and get the state moving in the right direction when it comes to VA benefits.
And see, a lot of people get confused, and the vets come in there, they get all angry about something that's federal.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff is state. He's our state senator. There's nothing he can do at the federal level that really is, but that's Bill Heising. But if it's something local, and there's a lot of state stuff that we're working on that does affect us at the state level, that he's working very hard on. We're looking at some educational benefits, tuition benefits, try to get vet centers or veteran offices in every county in the state of Michigan, kind of replicate what we've done here, and it's a lot of stuff going on, and especially in the farm community, the rural community, Oceana County, we're working hard with those guys to try to get a vet center started. I understand they're going to put it finally before the voters, hopefully this fall.
Hopefully this fall it will go before the voters.
Yeah, and that way we can get a center going up there, and because there's over 2,600 vets up there in Oceana County, they're still veterans. And if you got all these veterans benefits out there, but if you can't get to them, it doesn't make anything. So
absolutely.
It's able to hook up with somebody that can say, well, I know where to send you, or I already know to go, or if they come to me, or I know who will get the answer at the state level for us. And so Maria's worked very well with us down here in Muskegon. We're really proud to have you here. And so we're going to get a hold of you now.
Definitely. Please feel free to.
Give them a number.
Well, my number here would be 231-726-4939, and you can reach me there just about any time. If not, please feel free to leave a voicemail, and I will definitely get back to you.
Do you have a walk-in office? Or?
Yeah, and I do have a walk-in office right down here on 3rd Street in the Hume Building. We're in the bottom floor, and we're Suite 125.
That's where Bill Heisinga's.
Yes, we're in the same building as Congressman Heisinga.
Both the congressman and the senator are both down there at the state and federal level in the Hume Building. So that's cool. All right, thank you very much, and thanks for coming.
Thanks
for all your support. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
All righty, we'll go find somebody else to talk to them. Thank you very much. We'll be right